you're going to feel used. You are going to feel used because the truth is, this in a lot of ways was and is a one-way relationship. They are not here to care for your needs. So when you have needs, it doesn't matter. In this narcissistic relationship, their needs is important. So you can't help but feel used, okay? You also will feel taken advantage of. Kind of, and I hate to use this word because that's a big word, but every scam they do on you will feel kind of, I've heard other people who suffer say it feels like an emotional rape, meaning that they take advantage of you to the point that it feels like you could do nothing about it, and they got over on you. I've heard stories where people who have been rape victims said that family members have asked them questions like, well, what were you doing there? And that's what we do with people who have suffered from narcissistic abuse. Myself have experienced that. People say, well, why did you stay so long? And why did you put up with it? And why didn't you see that coming? And you got to get used to people not understanding you. Because that's what I'm getting used to now. Nobody understands this, and that's why I'm so thankful to YouTube and other online forums where people all over the world who have experienced this can kind of pat you on the shoulder and say, listen, trust me, I've been there too. I understand what you're talking about. You're going to feel walked on. You're going to feel paranoid. When narcissistic people, when they leave your life, in my experience, sometimes they can leave abruptly. And so you're looking for, like, you're trying to grasp the ground under you, and so you don't know what comes next. And so you have this sense of anxiety and paranoia because you're saying, what are they going to do next? Are they going to slander my name? Are they going to tell people lies about what happened? Are they going to do another scam on me while I'm sitting here protecting, not talking about it? Are they going to pull another one on me? Are they going to wait for me outside of my house? Are they going to they're so scamish and evil. You're like, are they going to put something in my gas tank? Are they going to hire a hitman? I'm being honest with you. Depending on the level of the narcissistic person you have dealt with, all of these thoughts start going through your mind because their evil is unimaginable, and you're trying to guess what they will do next, okay? The other thing, you're going to feel a lot of anger and hate, and rightfully so, okay? When someone has scammed you repeatedly, it's normal to feel hate for that person. I know a lot of the Christian people or people who are new age spiritual people, oh, you're not supposed to feel hate. It's all love and light. Maybe for you, but when you are in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, your life does not feel like love and light. You visit the very pits of hell. You do. And you hate the person that holds you captive there in certain times. Now, there's Stockholm Syndrome, which you will experience probably. I am in the middle of that too, where you actually miss your abuse. Weird thing, but it's normal to go from that to complete hate to that again, because your mind just can't catch up with what just happened to you, okay? You feel empty. And you feel like you have no future. Your whole future was kind of wrapped in that imaginary scam that they had created, that imaginary relationship. The relationship was real, and I gotta grab, but their part in the relationship was a character they created. And so since that character is gone and you see them for who they are, and you're like, you're not Prince Charming, you're not lady, beautiful, wonderful lady, damsel in distress, poor you're not that person. You're really a wicked witch or an evil scam artist, and you're like, so what do I do with my future? Forget that. What do I do this coming Saturday? Because your plans and everything had to do with them. Oh, Saturday we're gonna go out for lunch, or Saturday, and you're like, what in the hell do I do with the rest of my life? Because I saw my life with you, and so you're left stuck, and I feel you, because my biggest fear, why I didn't leave my narcissist abuse was because I didn't know how my Saturdays would be. We've always tried to spend Saturdays together or spend weekend. What will I do with my time in my life? Because that was my thing. My thing was with them. I don't know if some of you get that and some of you probably don't. And because you plan your whole life according to their schedule, usually. Or you don't know what mood they're going to be in today. So you're hoping Saturday, usually they're nice. And so now on Saturday, maybe we can go somewhere and enjoy something. But you'll feel a lot of emptiness, okay? You will feel complete and utter low self-esteem. The narcissist does a great job of sucking you dry. And when they suck you dry, you feel like you have nothing left. And so when they leave you, you almost feel like it's your fault that they left. And so now you're trying to find what flaw about yourself was or contributed to them not wanting you. And so your self-esteem is on the ground. Okay. You feel blamed and shamed. A narcissist never truly and fully takes on responsibility. They will even say fake apologies like, well, I'm sorry you feel like that. They're not really sorry about what they did to you. They're still distancing themselves from the actuality that they hurt you because they don't want to feel shame. So they make sure to, or they feel shame and their reaction is, I'm not going to feel the shame. I'm going to blame it on you. And so you'll find that you will be blamed for things that they've done. And so when they leave, which is abandonment, they're abandoning you. Now you feel shame. What did I do to mess up this relationship? What could I have done better to make sure that they would have stayed with me? And that is the shame that you feel. Okay. Or I'm sure you all got your own private stories. You're confused. You'll be so confused because you're saying, what just happened? How could a person do that? What went wrong? Because sometimes the switch is abrupt. In my case, just a week ago or so, we were having lunch on dinner on South Beach, and it was romantic, and we walked and we shopped and we laughed, and then abruptly it's like, I don't think this is working out. Goodbye. What in the hell happened? And it happened right after I asked for my feelings to be considered. I don't need you anymore. Goodbye. Because it's all role play. And although they're playing a role, you're being yourself. And so you are really falling in love. You are really giving your heart. They're not doing that. They are there for narcissistic supply. They are there to use you and to suck you dry. Even if it's and you say, well, what did I have to offer them? Time. Attention. You being there and saying, really? That is narcissistic supply for some narcissists. Just having a person at their on their bench waiting for their phone call, that's narcissistic supply. And so you got to know that you gave them that, and now when they take that away, you're confused. Well, maybe, you start to guess. Maybe they found it with someone else. Maybe they don't want me anymore. Who knows? These are liars. So you can sit and try to guess them out, but sometimes the answer is so far from what you can think because you're still a typical normal person with a heart. This is not a person with a heart. There's no true love there, if that makes any sense. Okay, and the last thing you'll feel is tired and drained. Narcissists are, I call them, I don't know if I'm wrong for this title, some of you might be able to correct me, but I call them like spiritual, emotional vampires. They suck you dry. And after they finish doing a job on you, you are almost physically tired. I was in Home Depot the other day and my emotional body was tired. My physical body was tired. My mind was tired. My arms were tired. My legs were tired. Everything was tired because you're depleted. Because this whole relationship has been about nourishing them. Your needs, your wants, your desires, your heart, your emotions, your feelings never counted to them. And you've been starving yourself for so long. And so now you're feeling the effects of it. And whether you've left them or not, or whether they have left you or not, I was in a way discarded. And so I'm now dealing with the issues of being thrown away. What does that feel like? What do I need to do to help myself get through that aspect of it? But some people, you've been privileged to be able to walk out the door. You found strength and you were able to walk out. Well, still after that, you can feel tired and drained because you're trying to recover your spirit, recover your strength, recover your mind, recover your identity. And so I feel you. And I hope that this video has helped you out a little bit to acknowledge your feelings. Don't deny them. Don't cover them up. Find someone who's willing to hear you out. A good friend that you can talk to about, or a person on an online forum or something where you can get these feelings out, and don't stay closed up in your room with the blanket over your head, stuck in those feelings of torment. Nah, you should be able to talk about them because you've spent enough time not acknowledging your feelings. It's time to acknowledge your feelings, okay? And we can start together, all right? Remember to subscribe. Thank you, and you're helping me as I help you.